let's just dive right into it. Morgan, you're not still a little bit upset, are you, from so many people disagreeing with you in your last video?
Oh, I know.
What's up, guys? How you doing? I'm Paul.
I'm Morgan.
And this is the Paul and Morgan, the Paul and Morgan Show. We're calling today's video, Why You Don't Need to Date That Long Before Marrying Someone.
Because y'all went cuckoo ka-choo.
Alright, so we did a Q&A last week, and we brought up that we don't think you need to date that long before knowing if you want to marry someone. And it got a lot of pushback. So I think what specifically got the pushback was Morgan said that you know in about 4 months if you want to marry the person, you know them well enough. Many of you guys were like, no, wait at least a year, wait 2 years. You don't know someone well enough in 4 months, that's too fast. Okay, we get it. To many people, that sounds very fast. We're sharing our hearts here, and you don't have to agree with us. And you can hear things that we're saying and be like, my situation's different, or whatever. We're just asking that you contemplate the words that we're sharing with you.
Yeah. And
you pray about them. In this video, we're going to break that down, why we feel like 4 to 6 months, you know what you need to know to decide if you want to marry them. Buckle up, guys. You're in for a wild ride.
Yay! But first, if you're new here, make sure you subscribe because we make Christian advice videos on life, love, and dating to help you have hope
and be free.
You've probably heard us mention our Patreon before, but if you want to support our online mission and our YouTube channel here, go become a patron of ours, because when we hit 500 patrons, we're at almost 200 now, we are going to dress up as Disney prince and princesses and go to the local children's hospital and put on a little singing show for them. The link is below. Go to patreon.com/Paul and Morgan Show to join.
Love to have you guys.
Alright, so after I've recovered from your all's sassiness,
we can take it, okay? We can take people disagreeing with us.
Let's just talk about why I said what I said, why we have said this before in videos. When we're talking about dating, we're talking about godly dating, what it looks like, and that's what we mean every time we're talking about dating.
Yeah,
okay?
Intentional dating. You're dating for a purpose.
Are we saying that you're going to see literally every single side of them? You're going to know every single thing about them, how they handle every single situation in life? No, you probably won't see that stuff for years 5 years.
Years and years, yeah, in your marriage.
Yeah.
But what we are saying is, in 4 months, if you're dating intentionally, if you're getting around that person, not just in a lovey-dovey, romantic, fun,
all you do is go out on funsy dates and talk about fluff.
Right, but you're actually getting to know them, being, with their family, going out, maybe serving with them. If you're really getting to know somebody, in 4 months, you know their character. You know if they have a heart for God or not. You know if they have a good work ethic. You know if they're disciplined. You know if they are loving. The big things, And so we're just, standing by what we said, that it doesn't take that long to know if this person is who I want to marry or not. I mean, you can look at Morgan and I's personal experiences. Morgan, I know your experiences of dating were a little different than mine. I dated a girl before Morgan, and we dated for 4 months. And at that time, I knew her well enough, learned, her strengths and weaknesses, she learned mine, and we decided the best thing to do was to not get married. And, that was that. We didn't need to date for another year to come to that place.
When I met Paul and we started dating, it was so different, so intentional, and that was all him. We had fun, but it was an intentional fun, and it was an intentional, we're asking these questions, we're doing these things, we're putting one another in these scenarios to see how they respond so that we can know quickly whether or not they're someone we could marry. And then I think when we got to the point of deciding, okay, I could definitely marry this person, we left it up to the Lord to reveal to us if that was in God's plan, and it was.
Yeah, that's a good point. I got to the place where I was like, okay, I know this girl well enough to make a decision. There's no reason to keep dragging this out. I'm going to seek the Lord to make sure that His blessing is on this, but there's no reason at this point to drag this out and go another 4 months, 8 months, year of just dating the way we're dating. People come to that place and then they just kind of coast on through it because maybe marriage isn't something that, they set out to, find. That wasn't the end goal. They're just dating to date or whatever. So they coast right through that place. And that's when you start crossing physical boundaries because you know that person so well. And the next step should be, engagement. It should be deciding about marriage. But instead it's, no, we're just going to keep dating, and dating's great. Dating. 6 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years. We're not trying to beat anyone over the head, but oftentimes sexual boundaries get broken because there's no, ending in sight. I think it's important right now to say, are there exceptions? Yes, there absolutely are exceptions. There are people that are dating and for certain reasons or circumstances, they need to date longer. Maybe one of them is overseas. There could be a number of reasons, and we do want to give that caveat and say that our, 4 to 6 months of dating before you should decide if you want to marry them, it's not set in stone. And we're not saying that has to be the case. But we are challenging you to look at the way that you're dating, look at your time frames, and use godly wisdom there. Why are you needing to date for a year, 2 years?
Also, I think that if you are really dating in a godly way, like, the Lord is going to reveal to you the things that you need to see and the things that you need to know before you make a decision on, okay, could I marry this person or not? If you get married and something huge is revealed, I'm not putting that on you, but I would ask you, did you ask the right questions when you were dating? Did you ask, hey, have you ever struggled with porn? Have you, whatever it is.
Right, that's a great point. Have you talked to people that are close to them and said, hey, be honest with me? But yeah, like Morgan said, stuff is going to come out. It's tough to say some of these things because we know there's going to be stories where someone was like, I dated this person and then a year later I found out this horrible thing about them. Unfortunately, that could happen no matter what. You think you know somebody and 5 years down the road something is revealed that was hidden. But when you're putting these things in place, when you're getting around them and seeing them in different situations, when you're asking the right questions, when you're asking people that know them well the right questions,
the information you need to know will be revealed.
Yeah.
Like Paul said, of course there are circumstances where someone's like, well, I did everything you guys are saying. I asked all the right questions. We went to premarital counseling. I talked to his family or her family, and nothing seemed wrong or weird or whatever. And then we ended up getting married, and now he abuses me. And our hearts are for those people, and we are so sorry for that circumstance that you might be in. But for this video, we are talking to people who are just curious about, as a general rule, how long would it take for me to really get to know someone?
Yeah.
And our answer is, if you are very intentional about it and you are going about it in a godly way, 4 to 6 months, we feel you could really get to know someone as much as you needed.
Yeah.
When Paul and I got married, there were things that I learned about him that I did not know before marriage.
Mostly good things.
Well, there were little things here and there, or just habits that he had, or little OCDs, or whatever.
That's true.
That, I had no idea about. But those were not things that, if I did know about, would have stopped me from marrying him.
Yeah.
They're just things that you kind of learn as you go along in life. And, in 10 years, I'll probably learn something new about him, and he'll learn something new about me.
I'll learn something new about myself.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, we saw someone comment and say, you don't know if you truly love a person in 4 months. You need at least a year to realize if it's true love. I disagree with that. You choose to love somebody. Mm-hmm. You date to see, is this the person that I want to spend the rest of my life with and choose to love? Is this a person that I can glorify the Lord with and that we can serve the Lord together? It's not, is this the person that I have this magical love with?
Yeah, that kind of is a worldly response of, well, you don't know if you're truly in love.
Yeah.
Guys, love is a choice. It's a choice. It's something that is going to go up and down throughout your entire life with the person that you're married to. You have the choice to wake up and say, I choose to love this person.
Yeah. And you can grow in your love for someone else, and you will.
When I first fell in love with him, it was the falling in love, the dopamine, the chemicals in your brain that release when you have those butterfly feelings, etc., etc. But now I love him in a way where I still get butterflies when I see him sometimes and whatnot, but it's a different type of love of we've been through hardships together. We've come out of those hardships together. He's taken care of me. He's gotten down on the bathroom floor with me to lift me up. Like, he has been there with me and for me. And that was all through marriage. It wasn't through dating. It was through marriage. And it has been such a beautiful thing that people, I think, miss out on, honestly, because they date for so long, and you can only love a person so much when you're dating. There's just something very beautiful and wonderful about marriage, and so, like, don't be afraid to get married.
I think a lot of people are going into the dating season, like, perhaps prematurely, and they don't have these things in place, these important things in place before they go into the dating season, so that when they do jump into it and they've been dating someone a year and then the thought of marriage gets brought up, they're like, oh, but I don't have, the finances are not in order, the idea of kids, like, there's no way we'd be ready for kids, so on and so on and so on. I'm at this stage in life and I should be at this stage. That was kind of on you because you started dating probably before you needed to be dating. It wasn't a I'm not ready for marriage thing. It was I wasn't actually ready for dating thing.
That's true. That's good. So I think before you even start dating, ask yourself, if I come upon meeting a person and we fall in love, can I see myself marrying them within 6 months to a year of knowing them? And if the answer is, well, no, because I would need to get this in order, and I want to finish school, and I would like to be working for a year at least, or I want to travel first, or I'm not ready to have kids at all, blah, 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 then maybe be like, you know what, I'm going to hold off on dating for a little while longer until I can see myself ready for those things.
As I saw how this video is wrapping up, I feel like maybe we came across a little more like laying down the hammer than we intentionally meant to.
Again, these are our own opinions. This is what we believe. We're not trying to shove it down anyone's throat.
Yeah.
You guys can just take what we're saying and, take it to the Lord and see if you can get any wisdom out of what we've said.
Yeah. Maybe you were planning on dating 2 years, and after this video, you're going to date a year. At least it's, improvement. Guys, we do care about your thoughts, though, and we'd love to hear it in the comment section, and let's have a conversation. But don't be mean in the comment section.
Yeah.
We weren't mean in this video, right?
Comment below and let us know. What are your thoughts on the things that we said? Do you have a differing opinion? We want to hear it.
But if you do have a differing opinion, you better have a good reason why.
Yeah.
Seriously, though, we respect your all's opinions.
Give this video a thumbs up if it made you think for 1.2 seconds or longer. And announcement! Alright guys, starting today until April 11th.
Okay, so 2 weeks.
Share our YouTube channel or video, whichever video you like the best, whatever, on all your social media platforms or even through text messages or emails
Whatever.
or Snapchats, whatever you want, as many times as you want, because for the next 2 weeks, as many times as you share is as many times as your name is going to be entered in our biggest giveaway yet.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Jackpot.
Our newest merch line is going to be dropping when we hit 85,000 subs.
Which could be soon, especially if you guys are sharing a lot.
Yes. Share. I'm going to put the rules to this giveaway in the comment section below, so go check out what those little rules are. It's not a lot, just like telling you how to let me know how many times you've shared. Okay?
I like it. We got new merch coming, and it's sweet. All right, guys, that's it. You all have a wonderful rest of your day. We will catch you again very soon. We will catch you again very soon. Have hope.
And be free. Well,